Are you exploring the wonderful 55 plus communities in Suffolk County and finding yourself a bit puzzled by the different leisure communities in Ridge? You're not alone. I'm Mary Calamia, your trusted real estate professional at North Shore Properties Realty. Many people reach out to me asking about the differences between Leisure Village, Leisure Knoll, and Leisure Glen. Don't worry, I've got your back. In this video, I'll provide a comprehensive overview and share all of the details about these three vibrant 55 and over communities in Ridge, New York, including covering their pet policies. And I'll tell you, while there are many similarities between the three communities, each one offers its own unique qualities as well. And here's a little extra incentive to stick around until the end. Since two of these communities are located right off Whiskey Road, I'm going to reveal the intriguing story about how Whiskey Road earned its distinctive name. Let's jump onto my computer and dive right into the details. Do you have anything to add? No, I didn't think so. So for starters, let's just talk about the similarities between these three communities. Although Leisure Village, Leisure Knoll, and Leisure Glen are all similar names, they are all in Ridge, New York, and they're all within a mile or so of each other. They are not affiliated with one another. Each one of these communities is a distinct and unique community unto itself. They are all self-managed, which means they do not hire an outside professional management company to run their day-to-day operations. That is the responsibility of their administrative and maintenance staffs. Each one of these communities has a board of directors that consists entirely of homeowners from within the community. They're all 55 and over communities, and in the case of these three communities, that means one resident in the household has to be 55 or older. They can have a spouse or significant other or a life partner who lives with them who's under 55, but the 55 or older individual needs to live in the household. They can even have an adult child or grandchild living with them as long as they're over the age of 19. So it's not out of the question for a 20-year-old to be living in one of these 55 and over communities, at least in the case of these three communities. Each one of these communities offers certain amenities like a swimming pool or bocce courts, but there are distinct differences here as well, and we'll go over those in a few minutes. Each one of these communities also offers several different models with different square footages and a range of prices so that you have a lot of different options when you're looking in these communities, depending on your budget and depending on what it is you're looking for. I'm now going to give you an overview of each of these communities so you can see what the differences are and what makes each of them unique. I'm going to start by showing you where we are on the map right here. This is exit 68 on the Long Island Expressway. It's the William Floyd Parkway. So our ridge runs up and down from here, north and south. You get off at exit 68 north and you go up to Whiskey Road. It takes a few minutes, takes several minutes to get up here. And Whiskey Road is right here. And we're going to talk about this road. Remember, later on, I'm going to tell you why it's called Whiskey Road and why it's so windy. And so just south of Whiskey Road, we have Leisure Knoll here. Just north and across the street from Leisure Knoll is Leisure Village. And then up Randall Road right here, this is where you will find Leisure Glen. So you can see they are all very, very close to one another, which is why so many people are confused thinking that they are all part and parcel of the same community. We're going to start by talking about Leisure Village, and I just chose Leisure Village as our first stop because it is the first community that appeared here. Circa 1970, they began building this community. Of course, all three communities probably took a decade or so to actually build out to completion. Leisure Village is a condo community. It consists of about 1,500 units in 490 buildings. There are 2 to 6 units in each of the buildings. So if you're in a 2-unit building, you would each have an end unit, but there will be some buildings where there are units in the middle. There are no freestanding individual single-family homes in Leisure Village. They range from 1 bedroom, 1 bath, up to 2 bedrooms and 2 baths. And they all have electric heat. I'm going to take you over here now and show you what some of their amenities are. Leisure Village provides bus transportation to local shopping facilities. It's a couple of days a week. They have a schedule on the resident portal, which you have to be able to log into. The Leisure Village and Leisure Knoll each used to provide their own bus transportation. They have entered into an agreement where they share the bus to save expenses. So when we go over to Leisure Knoll, I might actually be able to pull up the bus schedule, but it takes you to different supermarkets, shopping centers, Walmart, and once a month they'll either go to Smith Haven Mall or the Riverhead outlets. Some of the amenities that are included in your monthly fee here: fitness room, lounge, ceramic studio, crafts room, woodworking shop. They have a lot of amenities: a billiard room, library, the 9-hole golf course. So this is what really sets this community apart from the other two right here. It's the only one of the 3 that has a golf course. They've got bocce and shuffleboard and horseshoes, and of course a pool, which a lot of people really enjoy the pool. So we're going to go over and take a look at the pool right now. And here you can see this is what the pool looks like in the summer. And they do have children's hours for the pool. A lot of people ask this question: are children allowed in the pools in these communities? The answer is yes, but there are specific hours, and you would have to look at a resident manual to see exactly what those hours are. So that's the pool area. And here is a photo of the golf course. I'm going to give you an overhead view, though, so you have a better idea of how that lays out. And here, right here, this is the golf course. You can see the greens. It's a 9-hole executive par 3 golf course. There are these 2 ponds here. From what I understand, you are allowed to do catch and release fishing in those ponds. And you can see, all right, so here again is Whiskey Road. Here is the entry gate. This is that manned entry gate. This Z here is the pool area, and this is the clubhouse, just to give you an idea of where this golf course lands. Okay, now as far as clubs and activities, you can see they have quite a few different clubs. I'll just read a few of them off. They have an art class, bocce, bingo, bowling, bridge, canasta, ceramics, computer club, dart club, garden club, karaoke. I like karaoke. They have a couple of women's and men's golf clubs. Makes sense. They have a golf course, mahjong, dominoes. These are all very popular activities, ping pong, and so on, shuffleboard, walk away the pounds. I could use that right now. And they also have social events. They have parties. I think the entertainment club handles all of these. New Year's Eve, card and games, St. Patrick's Day, pool opening party, and then a farewell to summer, Halloween party. They have a lot of different activities and events here. And they also have some day trips and multi-day trips listed. Broadway shows, Radio City, Sight and Sound in Pennsylvania, and so on. So there are quite a few activities offered for the residents. Okay, here is a map of how it all lays out. This is right on their website. And while it looks really, really cramped on this map, I have to tell you that in reality, there's a lot more green space in here, and these buildings are not like right on top of each other the way they appear on this map. I think they just kind of shrunk it down to make it fit. So it is definitely a lot more spacious than it appears. Like any other community of its ilk, it has a lot of rules, and the rules are very accessible on their website. You can see the bylaws, the association rules, the condo rules, chargeables. These are things that you have to pay extra for, and the fines, fees, and rebates. So the chargeables, when I say pay extra, they are things that are not included in your monthly fees. And we'll go more in depth into this when I do my full Leisure Village video. Other amenities. So this is one of the things that sets this community apart from like Leisure Knoll, where things are a little different. This community, your HOA, your condo common charge fees rather, cover the cleaning, replacement of gutters, leader, and roof vents, repair and or replacement of the entire roof. So this is included in your monthly fees. Obviously not every year. You won't get a new roof every year. I think they have like a 20-year, I don't remember what their replacement plan is. And cleaning and repair and replacement of siding. So these are things that set a community like this apart from another community like a Leisure Knoll. And we'll explain that when we cover Leisure Knoll. As promised, here is the pet policy. Leisure Village has a one pet policy, strictly enforced. And very important to note, renters are not permitted to have pets. So it's really important to know if you ever plan on renting there. And effective January 1st, 2022, no dog above 25 pounds in that community. No dogs over 25 pounds allowed. They have the floor plans here on their website. You can see there are multiple types of units and models available, and you can click and look at all of these floor plans. I'm going to click on some of them for you, and we're going to look at them right now. The units in this community range from 679 to 1,746 square feet. Excuse me. Some of them have one-car garages, some don't. They all have electric heat. And again, when I do my Leisure Village video, I will open up all of these, but I'm going to open up a few now for you so you can see a little bit more in depth. This one right here, this is the Eaton. This is the smallest model. It's one bedroom, one bath. You can see kitchen, dining room, living room, enclosed porch, no garage. Okay, so this will give you an idea of how this unit lays out. I'm going to show you one that recently sold. This is an Eaton that sold on 11/21/23, so this is really recent, and it sold for $229,000. It looks like they were asked for $229,000, so they got exactly what they asked for this one. This is the Baronet. I pulled this one up because I was able to find one that sold recently. It's the Baronet 2. And this is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom model. Well, bath and a half model, I should say. Now, this one has the one-car garage and a sizable sunroom porch. And this one sold recently for $309,999. We could say $310 to be simple, in August of 2023. So you can see the price from $229 to $309, $310, and a much different square footage, right? The first one was 679 square feet. This one is 1,301. This one I'm just showing you is, what was this called? A Winfield. And I'm showing you this one because this is one of the larger units. I couldn't open up on the website. The floor plan wouldn't open up. But I just wanted to give you a 2-bedroom, 2 full bath, 1,486 square feet, $312,000. This is the example I wanted to give you. You can see they asked $349,999. They asked $350, and they got $312. This was in May of 23, so it's a bit back. It's about 7 months ago, but you can get an idea of what the price range is on these. And then this is the floor plan for the largest model. I wanted to show you that. I could not find one that sold recently, but it's the Regency, 1,746 square feet, 2 bedrooms, 2 full baths, dining room, kitchen, garage. You have a storage area in the garage and the enclosed porch. The community common charges, I looked up the current market. I'll pull that up right now. Here's the current market. The common charges are ranging in here, according to these, from $334 to $415 a month. I think it just is varied based on your square footage. The taxes were running in the low threes to the mid to high fours. And this is just reflective of what's on the market right now. I don't know if there are other examples out there that I wasn't able to pull, but that seems to be where they land. $334 to $415 on the common charges, $3,000s to high $4,000s on the taxes. And you can see the current market, there's only 7 active units right now, ranging from $215,000. Pull my head out of the way here, all the way up to $399,900. This $399,900 is 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. This $398,500 is 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, about 178 more square feet in this one. And you can just see they range down to $215,000. So that is a basic overview of Leisure Village. And now we're going to jump across the street and we're going to take a look at Leisure Knoll. So we've bounced across the street now to Leisure Knoll. But before I dive into Leisure Knoll, I did leave one thing out about Leisure Village, and that is that it is a fully gated community with a manned gate at one entrance and an unmanned gate at another entrance. So they have 24-hour gates. And now over at Leisure Knoll, one of the differences here is Leisure Knoll's entrances are not fully gated. They do have security gates that come down at 11 o'clock at night and open back up, I believe, at 5 o'clock in the morning. So we'll call it semi-gated. But that's one obvious distinction between these communities. Leisure Knoll is a homeowners association that contains 701 homes. And what sets this community apart from the others is that the majority of these homes are freestanding single-family homes. There are a handful of duplexes that have 2 one-bedroom, 1-bath units adjoined. And I mean a handful, like probably less than 10. So the majority of homes in Leisure Knoll are freestanding single-family homes, 2-bedroom, 1-bath, or 2-bedroom, 2-bath, or there's a bunch of different configurations. I've even seen a couple of units in here that have 3 bedrooms, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. We'll take a look at the amenities. So Leisure Knoll has 2 buildings in the common area. One is the Recreation Center, and the other is the Craft Center. And these 2 buildings house a whole bunch of little entertainment areas. The Rec Center contains a billiard room, a library, and they have like a ping pong area. And they also have this big clubhouse hall in the Rec Center. The Craft Center has a bunch of card rooms and a gym or exercise room and an art room. So that's where those the art club would meet. And those are the indoor facilities there. Outside, they have, a pool, barbecue area, shuffleboard courts, tennis courts. There's a bocce area, horseshoe pit. We're going to take a closer look at the pool. So here you could see what the pool looks like. There's some people swimming in it. And that is also open to children with specific children's hours. So again, you would need to find out. I get this question all the time when I show 55 and over communities. Can my grandchildren swim in the pool? The answer again here is yes, with the advice that you check the rules to see what the children's hours are. Leisure Knoll has 2 tennis courts, that will be past tense soon. They are currently renovating the tennis area, so 1 tennis court will remain, and the other will become 3 pickleball courts and a putting green. So this will be the only one of the 3 communities that has dedicated pickleball courts. for those of you who are interested in that sport. The also, insofar as the amenities are concerned, we talked about over at Leisure Village that the Leisure Village Association covers the roofs and the siding, and they replace the roof and everything else. In Leisure Knoll, you own your home. You own the exterior and the interior of that house, so you are responsible for the roof and the siding and anything on the exterior of the house itself. That doesn't mean that they do your lawn maintenance, they do all of that other stuff, but you are responsible for the structure of the house. Also, if you want to replace your driveway, they will pay for half. So you pay 50-50 for driveway replacement. We talked about the bus, right? So here is the bus transportation. Leisure Village and Leisure Knoll share this bus. Now you have a better idea of what stores they go to. King Cullen, Walmart, Meat Farm, ShopRite, TJ Maxx, Kohl's, Sterling National Bank, Stop and Shop, and the post office. And then once a month, this bus goes out either to the Tanger Outlets or Smith Haven Mall. So that's that. And I don't know if I mentioned it, if I failed to, also in your amenities, you are also cable and internet covered. Basic cable and internet are included in your homeowners association fees. Leisure Knoll is the only one of the three communities that allows you to rent the recreation hall for private parties. So you put in an application and you pay a fee. It's not free. But you can rent that hall. Clubs and activities, pretty much laid out here. There's art club, bingo, bocce, bowling, bridge, ceramics, dominoes. I'm just kind of bouncing down. There's a travel club. There's a book club, mahjong, lots of poker clubs. There's lots of card clubs, poker, ping pong. I do know that they have a pickleball club. It's probably not on here yet because the pickleball courts are not ready yet. A tennis club. So again, you can get involved in all kinds of activities if you're a resident in this community. You just join any of these clubs. And I do know that they also, they're not showing it on their website, but they do also do events and parties like New Year's and St. Patrick's Day and all kinds of events in the recreation center. Just like across the street, there are rules in the community that can be found right on the Leisure Knoll website. The Declaration of Covenants, Restrictions, Easement, Charges, and Liens tells you how the community is laid out. The bylaws, rules and regulations tell you a little bit more about the governance, and then the community rules and regulations. You can take a look at those. They are there for the taking. You don't have to register for the website to open that up. This is the layout of the community, and much like Leisure Village, it looks a lot more crammed together than it really is. If you see it in person, these homes are laid out. There's a lot of green space between them. It just looks a lot more cramped than it actually is. Interesting fun fact about this community. So on one side of the community, which is over here to the right or to the east, the homeowners own only about 5 feet out from their home, maybe 10, it depends. There's all kinds of different surveys in this community, but the rest of it is common ground. On the other side of the community, the people actually own the property. They own the entire parcel of property. And that means the people on this side of the community can build like larger patios because they're not running into common ground. They can build larger patios and stuff like that. The amenities are the same for everybody. The landscaping, snow removal, and all of that is included whether you own your land or you don't. But let's say you own your property and something happens to a tree and you have to remove the tree. You will pay for that tree removal. The people on the other side of the community, that tree belongs to the association, so the association would pay for the tree removal. So there are some benefits and not so good things about owning your own property in Leisure Knoll. Okay. I promised that we would look at the pet policy, and Leisure Knoll allows one pet per household, and there are no breed restrictions or size restrictions. And it appears, based on the way this is written, that a renter could have a pet in this particular community. They weren't allowed to have them across the street. Let's look at some of the homes and layouts in the community. There are, again, numerous options in terms of the models, and they vary in size from 530 square feet. That would be one of those 1-bedroom, 1-bath duplexes. And then the single-family homes range from 655 square feet to 1,135 square feet. So if you remember across the street, some of those units actually had more square footage than you have over here, and some of them have comparable square footage. But this difference is over there if you're, attached or you prefer a single-family home. This right here is what one of the duplexes would look like. It's called the Deer Park, and you see that 530 square feet. So that's the smallest model. And I'm going to pull that up right here. And everybody has a one-car garage. Even these one-bedroom duplexes, everybody has a one-car garage in this community. So you can see how that lays out. They're lined up. That's the other model. That's the other unit over here. And only a handful of these. I couldn't find any sold models or for sale models. There are so few of them, they hardly ever come up. The Brookhaven is the smallest single-family home. So I pulled this one up. It's 2 bedrooms right here, 1 bath. And you see, again, everybody has a garage. And this one is 655 square feet. I'm going to show you one that's sold recently. 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, $340,000. It sold for in May. Couldn't find one that came up any more recent than that. So again, it's a little bit old on how long ago it's been. It's been about 7 months, but you can get an idea of the pricing. And then the largest model is the Huntington. And here is the floor plan for that. And this is the one that's 1,135 square feet. It's got a porch. And again, you got the 1-car garage, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. It's a bath and a half, actually. And so you can see there's a difference in size, obviously, and consequently a difference in price. This one went for $460,000 just a few months ago, 1,356 square feet. I want to show you something else that's really interesting here. Look at this one. What does that say? 3 bedrooms. This is also a Huntington, 3 bedrooms. I think what they probably did here was somehow take some area that was not a bedroom and turn it into a bedroom. I'm not really sure what the configuration is, because there were no interior pictures of this house, unfortunately. But somewhere, some of these homes have had sunrooms attached that they've converted into bedrooms. So that's just an interesting, and look at this. This one went for 460, 2 bedrooms, 2 bath. This went for 370, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. And that might just have to do with the condition on the inside and how much work needed to be done inside that home. And then the current market, I got to move my face again. My face keeps getting in the way. So the current market, at the low end of the market, again, only 7 units for sale. It is December, so things are a little slow. 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. This one's going for $389,999, $390,000. 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, $394,000. This one tells you the square footage, 849 square feet, $399,000. $399 seems to be a magic number over here. And then 2 bedroom, 2 bath, a little bit larger unit, $1,285 up to $449,990. In Leisure Knoll, everybody pays the same homeowners association fees monthly, and they are currently, as of December 2023, they are $335 a month. The taxes in this community are kind of all over the place and vary drastically from anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000. So you'd have to be very, very careful when you're looking in this community to just be mindful of the difference in the taxes and make sure that you know what the taxes are. And that is the overview of Leisure Knoll. And now we're going to take a ride up Randall Road and take a look at Leisure Glen. So we made it to our third and final destination, and if you see Santa on the screen, please do not think you're hallucinating. It is December, and Santa is floating around on the Leisure Glen website. He's all over the place here. So Leisure Glen is a homeowners association up off of Randall Road. It's a gated community. There is a manned gate on Randall Road. 648 units. Some are semi-attached in twos and single-family units. They all have 2 bedrooms and 2 baths, although some of them have been modified. You'll see that on some of the floor plans that there were allowable modifications. They range in size from 1,140 to 1,685 square feet. Each of the semi-attached units has a single car garage, a 1-car garage, and the single family units each have 2-car garages. I'm going to show you how the community lays out. I'm going to have to go to the map of Leisure Glen. And here's how it lays out. So here is Randall Road. And here's that manned gated entrance. And if you look, well, Santa is flying over the single family homes and into the semi-attached homes. This section here, these are all single family homes. And over here, these are all the semi-attached units in twos. These look to be single family around here. These couple of homes here. This is the what they call the country club or the clubhouse. You'll see at the entrance, by the way, it says The Glen. They like to be known as The Glen. So when you're looking up properties in Leisure Glen, you should look up The Glen and Leisure Glen because they can be listed both ways. Your homeowners association fees cover a few things in this community. This community provides every home with an alarm system that monitors for smoke and fire, and consequently you are required to maintain a hardwired telephone line in your residence. Everybody has to have one, and it connects them directly to the gatehouse. In this community, the association makes repairs and replacement to roof shingles. They repair and replace damaged driveways. They paint exterior trim outside of your home. Wood fences, they seal your driveway, and of course landscaping care, which is covered in all of these communities. The homeowners, which when you're living in an association, you're also known as a member. The homeowners are responsible in this community, if you look down here, for the siding, the repair and replacement of siding. So that is something that you need to be aware of when you buy into one of these communities. I also should say that Leisure Glen is the only one of these communities that has its own maintenance staff. All 3 communities have maintenance staff that handle basic repairs and maintenance duties on the property, but Leisure Glen actually has a maintenance staff that does its own landscaping and snow removal. The other two communities use outside contractors for that. This is the clubhouse, or the country club as they call it there. And this is really fun. You can click on these stars and actually see inside some of the rooms. Oops, this one is the one that doesn't show up. Sorry, we'll do this one. The greenery room, that outside is a patio area. The pool is off this way, and the tennis courts are over here, and the bocce courts are over here. It's just kind of cool to click and see inside the building. I like this. This is a fun tool. This is the lobby of the clubhouse when you come in, and so forth. It's just fun to click on it. You can play around with this. Santa's delivering right there right now. And so I'm going to show you, well, I'm going to tell you that the website doesn't have any pictures of the outdoor facilities. So I can't show you what they would look like in the summer. I can show you what they look like in the winter. The tennis courts, there are two of them. They also double as pickleball courts. So this community has both tennis and pickleball, but they do not have dedicated pickleball courts. I actually called the community, and a lovely staff member explained that they are working out just fine sharing the tennis courts for both sports. The pool does allow children. Again, it's but just like the other two communities, children are allowed within certain hours that they're allowed in the pool. So again, it's a real popular question that people have. My grandchildren want to come swimming. The answer is yes. These are some of the clubs that are available in this community, and again, there's quite a few of them, just like the other two communities. Lots of bocce here. They have indoor bocce, men's bocce, women's bocce. They have two women's bocce leagues. Cheese box bocce, I'd love to know what that is. Bridge club, bingo, computer club, garden club. The garden club does a lot of stuff outside around the pool area. I know I've seen that over there in the summer. And they have the golf club. They don't have a golf course, okay, but they do have a golf club, so they probably go to one of the local clubs, ping pong, swim club, tennis club, pickleball, travel club. They have a theater group that performs there, and so forth. You get an idea, a glimpse of what kinds of things you could be involved in this community. The pet policy, they have, don't hold me to this, I believe they allow 2 pets in this community. But they do have dog breed restrictions. So no pit bulls, Staffordshire Terriers, Rottweilers, Shepherds, Presa Canarios, Chow Chows, Dobermans, Akitas, Wolf Hybrids, Mastiffs, Cane Corsos, Great Danes, Alaskan Malamutes, and Siberian Huskies. You're not allowed to have them in Leisure Glen. The other thing I wanted to point out that I found in their manual is, if you are thinking of purchasing a home in this community for the purpose of renting it out, you may not rent your home until you have owned it for a year, unless you've inherited it. If you purchase a home there, you must claim title and hold that title for a year before you're allowed to rent it. So it's important to know that if you were thinking of investing in a home there for the purpose of renting. Floor plans. So there are 3 models that are single-family homes, and then there are 5 semi-attached models. The largest is up here, is the Maidstone. So this is the largest of the single-family homes. I'm going to show you the floor plan. You can see they have 2 full baths, master bath, and then there's a full guest bath, 2-car garage. As I said, this is a single-family home. You can see off of this breakfast area, this is a like an eat-in kitchen. They even have a den area. And I'm going to show you one that sold this year. And if you just look, I'm going to go back here a second. The Maidstone, 1,685 square feet. This is a Maidstone, and here it says 1,885 square feet. So I believe it's possible there was a modification in there. Perhaps that den, the patio area was enclosed or something along those lines. This also says 2 bedrooms, 1 full bath, and 1 partial bath. So apparently there was a modification made inside this unit. You can see this sold in July of this year for $575,000. This is the Greenport. The Greenport is the largest of the attached homes in this community, the largest model of the attached homes. And if you look over here, there was a modification allowed. This is from when they built them. There was a modification allowed where you could ditch the second bedroom and replace it with a library den with a dry bar and French doors out to the entry area. So it's possible that you might find, my dog is running into the room, sorry about that. It's possible that you might find some of these for resale where this modification was made. So we have one of them here. This is sold in November of this year, so just about a month ago. And this one sold for $530,000. And you can see it's attached. You see where the home is attached. And the entrance, by the way, to your home is on the side over here. This is one of the other attached models, semi-attached homes that I want to show you. Just a different layout. But again, you see there's the one-car garage, bedroom here, and a master bedroom back there, full master bath suite and bath, full guest bath. And it has this morning room over here off the kitchen. That's where you would put your breakfast nook or something along those lines. And we have one of those that sold about 2 weeks ago for $486,400. Showing you the current market now. There are only 2 units on the market right now. Once again, it is December. So this one here is a single family home selling for $499,000, 1,417 square feet. This one is a semi-attached, $424,000 on the market right now. I pulled up the HOAs for this community, and don't quote me on this. I'm pretty sure that the HOA fees also include your internet. I know for a fact that they cover cable. I believe they added internet to their services. And they're $505 on these 2 units, $505. That Bristol that sold just recently also lists the HOAs at $505. It's possible that everybody pays the same HOAs. It's possible that they vary within the community. So I just want to be clear that this is for these particular models. The HOAs are listed as $505 a month. The taxes on these 2 units were $7,580 on one of them, $8,900 on the other. That Bristol that I showed you that just sold 2 weeks ago, the taxes were $8,400 and change on this model. So just to give you an idea of what the taxes look like in there, they may run way lower. They may run way higher. There's 646 models in there. So the taxes may vary. I believe I have covered all of Leisure Glen at this point. And but to remind you once again that I will be going back and reviewing each of these communities in its own individual video in the next couple of months. So that's the end of our travels to these 3 communities. We're dropping back into the Glen for 1 minute because I didn't think it was fair to leave this out. They do also provide bus transportation for their residents to local shopping areas. So as you can see, all 3 communities have that. I didn't think it was right to leave this out. So now we are actually finished with our tour of the Glen. And that concludes our visits to Leisure Village, Leisure Knoll, and Leisure Glen. I hope that I cleared up some of the confusion about the differences between those 3 communities. Please remember to subscribe to my channel because I'll be coming back with in-depth videos about each one of those communities in the coming weeks. And I promised at this point that I would tell you the history of how Whiskey Road got its name. So back in the 1700s, there were some families that settled in the town of Brookhaven. And the Randalls, who were in Ridge, there was a Randall boy who fell in love with a Sweezy girl who lived in Middle Island. And so this boy had to traipse through the woods to go see his girl. So he had the road built. And they paid the workers so poorly that he would provide them with jugs of whiskey to keep them occupied while they were working. And so that would explain how Whiskey Road got its name and why it is so crooked. So crooked, in fact, that a few years after it was built, the town had to come in and try to straighten it out a little bit. How true it is, I don't know. Comes from a local historian. Anyway, if you have any questions or comments, please drop them in the comments. And if you need any help in your journeys, relocating, home shopping, or just whatever you're looking to do in your real estate market at this point, give me a holler. You can reach out to me at 631-835-1824, or you can email me at livinginsuffolkcountyny@gmail.com. In the meantime, hope to see you soon and take care.